Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Sidorim are here. It looks like you're on an airplane. So have a Sidor, a cup of coffee.
The exits are here, here.
I don't have kosher, I have vegetarian. Does that work? Exactly right.
Where are the exits?
Oh, there.
They are clearly
there,
illuminated throughout the building.
That was very funny.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
Before I do a little bit more of a deeper introduction here, we're going to turn to page 1. We're going to do Ashrei and then allow ourselves to say Kaddish. So if anyone who is saying Kaddish, they have that opportunity. So we'll start on page 1 with Ashrei, and then we will flip all the way over to page 12 for Kaddish Yatom.
Ashrei Yoshvei B'techa O Yalelucha Sela. Tehillat Adonai daber pi v'varech b'asosh koshel elam va'ed v'anachnu nevarachia v'yataven olam hallelujah.
On this, the 22nd of Adar, as it concludes and we start a new day, we remember the following yard sites, remembering Abraham Dobrinsky, Leo Goldstein, Evelyn Lowen, Ruth Ramey, Annette Serling, and Roxanne Stromer. If you are mourning or observing a yard site, I'll invite you to please rise as we magnify and sanctify God's names with the words of the mourner's Kaddish on page 12. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yahei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'mei al-mayah, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shmei d'krusha b'richu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yahei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. You may be seated. Shabbat shalom. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Rabbi Josh Warshawsky. Thank you for being here, Josh. Thank you. This has been a long time in planning, and we're so glad that at the very beginning of trying to figure out how we were going to do this, we were still in bad case numbers and all kinds of different things, and we just were having our fingers crossed that we would have a night just like tonight. I am going to not speak so much tonight, and this is hard for rabbis to do, but I'm going to promise to not speak so much because I want us to sing, and I want us to spend a lot of time in melody and in harmony and to letting the music of Shabbat take care of everything that we're going to be doing this weekend. We have been building up to this day by talking about someday is here, but the someday, the moment of someday is really goes beyond what words are. Tonight we're going to fill this room with music, and I hope that you sing along because this isn't about us singing, this is about us singing and being together. God understands all kinds of prayers and prayers in every language. So if you follow along with us in the Hebrew, awesome, Metzuyan. If you follow in the English, great. If you follow in whatever words are on your heart, amazing. Close your eyes, sing whatever feels most comfortable to you. The mystics of Tzfat back in the Middle Ages used to go out from their homes on Erev Shabbat on Friday afternoon, and they would go down into the valley of the Galilee, and they would stand in the fields, right? So just imagine this image of these Mekubalim, these mystics, just standing in the field like this. And the whole idea is they were waiting for the Shabbos Kala to come, for the Shabbat bride to come. This idea of welcoming in Shabbat to stop everything that was from the week and for 25 hours to be nothing but ruach, to be nothing but spirit and music and song and laughing and singing and dancing. So while I'm bringing that up for a second, you're going to see kids running around, and they should be singing and dancing and screaming and laughing, because that's how kids pray too. So we could learn a lot from them, actually, this Shabbat. So here we are. This is our moment to go out into the field, to welcome in the Shabbos Kala, to welcome in the Sabbath bride. And I hope that we can all do it together. So if we're going to do one thing before we get started, I want you just to close your eyes. And we're going to take 2 deep breaths. And the first breath that we're going to take in is everything that was from this past week. The emails, the phone calls, the tsuras, the anxiety, everything that was. We're going to take a deep breath and blow it out and let it go. The next breath that we take together, it's all Shabbat. This is the breath of peace. This is the breath of music, of together, of unity, of community, of family. Good Shabbos, everyone. We're going to get started on page 13.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's great to be with all of you. It's great to be here. Thank you for bringing us into Shabbat that way. Oh, we're going to try and channel those mystics in Tzfat, standing out in the fields. On page 13, we're going to sing this bottom paragraph at the very bottom here, all about the sun setting behind the treetops, going out together to watch the sunset and welcome in Shabbat with our angels of peace and rest. Those last 2 lines, Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i kala, are going to be our chorus. So we'll try it out together. We'll see how it goes. Whenever you feel ready, hopefully you'll join in with us. Here we go. Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i kala, Shalom aleichem, malachei HaShalom. Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i kala, Shalom aleichem, malachei HaShalom. Just like that. Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i kala, Shalom aleichem, malachei HaShalom. Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i kala, Shalom aleichem, malachei HaShalom. Achama merosh, ha'ilonot nistalka, bo'u v'neitzeh likrat Shabbat hamalka. Hinehi yoredet hakdosha verucha, ve'imam malachim, tzva shalom u'menucha. Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i kala, Shalom aleichem, malachei HaShalom. Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i kala, Shalom aleichem, malachei HaShalom. Sing shalom. Shalom, malachei HaShalom. Malachei elyon, malachei elyon, malachei HaShalom, malachei HaShalom. One last time, Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i kala, Shalom aleichem, malachei HaShalom. Bo'i hamalka, Bo'i kala, Shalom aleichem, malachei HaShalom. Take that breath in when we finish. Allow the melody, the energy that we've created together to come back into yourself. We're going to move into Yedid Nefesh, page 14. And over the course of our Kabbalat Shabbat service tonight, there might be some melodies that might seem unfamiliar. Hopefully there are a few that are unfamiliar, and hopefully there are a few that are very familiar, some melodies that feel like home. We're going to try and find a balance between the old and the new, and whenever you encounter something that feels a little new, I encourage you to take a moment and let it wash over you, and then step into it. Jump in. Whatever notes you sing are the right notes. Whatever words you sing are the right words. Don't worry about any of that. Just add your voices to the beautiful harmony we're going to sing together. We'll start with these words on Yidi Nefesh. They'll begin with a nigun. So just allow ourselves to just get ready in these words, get ready in this melody before we move into this deep, beautiful love poetry that you see at the beginning of Kabbalat Shabbat. It goes like this. Hi, 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 hi.
Sukat Sheloma, Otayim
We're going to make our way into Lechu Neranena, page 15. The Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat, there are 6 of them, one for each day of the week, leading us up to Lechadodi, leading us to that moment when Shabbat arrives. So like Rabbi Dallin said, we're going to take a moment, and each time we make our way through a psalm, just think about what happened that day. What happened on Sunday that you need to let go of? What happened on Monday that you need to let go of? Breathe it out, sing it away, and move one step closer to Shabbat. The question for us is, how do we enter into Shabbat the way that we want to enter into Shabbat? How do you enter feeling the way that you want to feel? What do you want to feel as you enter into this day? Let's see if we can get there. So we're going to try and sing out these words at the top of page 15, Lechu Neranena, and the word we're going to focus on is the word Naria. Let's sing, let's shout out, let's celebrate. So the word goes like this. Naria, can we try that? Naria. Let's try it again. Naria.
Naria.
Yeah, it's really fast like that. It's Naria.
Naria.
Oh, yes, just like that. We're going to bring out that Naria. Let's see if we can capture this energy and bring it all the way through. Lechu, let's go out together in the plural. We'll come together. Someday is here. Just like that, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, L'Adonai, Lechu Neranena, L'Adonai, Naria, Letzor Yishenu, Nekadma Banav V'Todah, Naria, Letzor Yishenu, Nekadma Banav V'Todah, Bizmirot Naria Lo, Lechu Neranena, L'Adonai, Lechu Neranena, L'Adonai, Naria, Letzor Yishenu, Nekadma Banav V'Todah, Naria, Letzor Yishenu, Nekadma Banav V'Todah, Bizmirot Naria Lo, Bizmirot Naria Lo, Bizmirot Naria Lo. Ki al gadol Adonai, melech haolam kol Elohim, asher b'tov karat Arba'im shana kut bedor va'omar amto elivavhem vehem lo yadu derachai asher nishbati be'api im yivon el menuchati. Page 16. Shiru el Adonai, shir chadash, shiru el Adonai kol haaretz, shiru el Adonai, baruch Shemo, basaru miyom le'yom yeshuato, safru v'goyim kevodo, lechol ha'amim niflotav, ki gadol Adonai, u'mer u'lam me'od, norahu, al kol Elohim b'yayad, ki kol Elohei ha'amim elilim, v'Adonai shamayim asa, hodeh hadar lefanav, וזבתפארת במקדשו. עברו לאדוני משפחות עמים, עברו לאדוני כבוד עוד ועוד. הבה לאדוני כבוד שמו, שאו מנחה ובוא לחצרותיו. שכבו לאדוני בהדר הקודש, חילו מפניו כל הארץ. אמרו בגויים אדוני מלך, אך תיכון תבל ואל תימוד. ידינמים ומישרים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ירם הים ומלואו, יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו. אז ירננו כל עצי יער לפני אדוני, כיוון ישפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, וימים באמונתו. Adonai malach tagel haaretz, yisbechu im rabim, and Rafael Sivad, and Ravachon Kiso. Page 17. We're going to pick back up at the bottom of page 17 with these words, Or Zarua Lat Tzadik. And if you take a look at all the words of Kabbalat Shabbat, we're singing these psalms every single week, all about making our way into Shabbat, but actually none of these psalms really have anything to do with Shabbat. So sometimes it's kind of confusing why these are the words that we're stuck with. And then you look at these words, and they're these powerful words about nature and connection and singing things out together in the plural, remembering the ways that we were in the past so that we're not the same stubborn selves that we were then. We make different choices in the future. And here at the end of page 17, at the end of Psalm 97, we say, Or Zerua Lat Tzadik. Light is sown for the righteous. Ula'yishrei lev simcha. Joy sown for those who are true of heart. That's what we're going to try and do right now. We're going to all try and plant a few seeds of righteousness, seeds of a melody, and try and see what blossoms, what sprouts out. When we give ourselves the moment to plant and water and rest, what can come out together? So there's going to be 3 different parts. We're going to see if we can try all 3 together. I'm going to try it out. Here's the first part. It just goes... Bum biddy bum bum biddy bum biddy bum biddy bum biddy bum biddy bum biddy bum. Try that with me. Bum biddy 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 bum biddy. One more time. Bum biddy 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 bum. Namana 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 namana. Let's all try just that part. Namana 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 namana. You got it. Sing it again. Namana namana, 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 namana. Let's try it like this. Bum biddy bum 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 bum biddy bum. Keep that going, everyone over here. Bum biddy bum 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 bum. Everyone over here, let's try the next part. Namana bum biddy bum namana bum biddy bum namana. Nama, 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 nama. Everyone, nama, nama, bum, biddy, bum, nama, nama, bum, biddy, bum, nama, 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 nama. Sing it strong. Orzaru ala tzadi, ul yisrael simcha. Orzaru Tzadi ul yisrael simcha. Namana, 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 namana. Bum bum biddy 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 bum bum. Page 60, page 18. Mizmor shir ladonai shir chadash knivot asah sheloi mino shachoshalim zechar Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel betzedek ve'amim b'mei sharim. Page 19. Adonai malach yirgezu amim yoshev yirgezu taret and yom gadol. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu lehar kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. We're going to rise together on page 20 as we sing out Mizmor LeDavid. You'll notice the word Adonai, God's name, comes in this psalm 7 times. 7. As we hit each one, we're moving ourselves one day closer to Shabbat, bringing ourselves, if we can hear the voice of God, wherever we can hear it, if we can hear our own voices, if we can hear the voice of community, we'll try it out together. Sing out a Mizmor, a psalm. Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai V'Delim, Havul Adonai, Kavod Vavos, ay, 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 Havul Adonai, Kevod Shevot, Havul Adonai Ve'adat Kodesh, Kol Adonai al Hamayim, El HaKavod Eirim, Adonai al Hamayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Ba'koach, ay, 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 Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shomer Arazim, Vayeshomer Adonai et Arzei Havanon, Vayarkidem Kemo Egel, Vayelem Vanon, Vesirion, Kemo Venarenim, ay, 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 Kol Adonai Chotzev Lavotesh, Kol Adonai Achil Midbar, Hashem. Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam. Adonai oz le'amo yitein. Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom. Ay, 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 ay. Please be seated, everyone. We made it. We made it to Shabbat. 7 Psalms we've made our way through, and now here we are at Lecha Dodi, the moment when Shabbat truly arrives. This moment that's sort of in the middle, on the precipice, is expectation that's coming. And this week's parasha is Parashat Shmini, which happens to be my bar mitzvah parsha. Thank you. I won't tell you how many years. And there's something really amazing that happens in Parashat Shmini. It's in the book of Vayikra. It's the 3rd parasha in the book. And it turns out that there's a lot of different ways to count the center of the Torah. But in terms of words and letters, number of letters in the Torah and number of words in the Torah, the very center of the Torah is right here in Parashat Shmini. And the center in words happens in a very particular spot. There's a verse talking about Moshe and asking about what was happening with a sin offering with a goat. We don't need to get into that, but it's Ve'etzeir hachatat darosh darash Moshe. And Moses went to seek out, he went to inquire and answer. And those words, darosh, darash, right in the middle is the center of the Torah in words. And the word darash means to seek, to search for an answer, to inquire, to figure something out. A midrash is a story that explains something that's filling a hole that we don't understand in the text. So right in the center of the Torah, we find ourselves between darosh and darash, between seeking and seeking. And that's what Torah is all about. It's trying to find a way to continually renew it for ourselves, to find new insights, to find new answers, to find new inspiration. And I believe that we can do that with tefillah as well, with the Siddur. These words that we use over and over and over again, if we can find a way to come back to them and let one line speak out to us, one line renew itself for us, we can open ourselves up to all of the possibilities, to a whole new prayer experience for ourselves every time we come to prayer. So today I want us to try and shake off the dust. Hidna'ari me'afar kumi. Everybody wake up and shake off the dust of this liturgy that we've been using for hundreds and hundreds of years. We're going to take our Siddur and just give it a little shake. Just shake off that dust and find one line of inspiration here in the text of Lecha Dodi as we're making our way into Shabbat. Darosh darash. That's what it means to be a Jew, to be continually seeking, to be searching, to be asking questions, to be finding meaning. We're going to make our way into Shabbat together singing Lecha Dodi, which begins on page 21. Diddy dum diddy lecha dodi, diddy dum diddy likrat kalam, diddy dum diddy pende Shabbat nekabela. Diddy dum diddy lecha dodi, diddy dum diddy likrat kalam, diddy dum diddy pende Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, lecha dodi likrat kalam, pende Shabbat. Amor v'zachor v'dibor echad Ishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad Shemo letiferet v'litila Lecha dodi Lecha dodi likra kala Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelcha Ki hi mekor ברכה, מראש מקדם מסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה, מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, ומצאים מתוך אפיך, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה, כי תנערי מעפר קומי, לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי, על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי, קורבה אל נפשי גאלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה, כי תעוררי, תעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי, אורי אורי שיר, דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נקרא. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. Dum diddy die die diddy dum diddy die ay 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 diddy dum diddy die die diddy dum die ay die 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 ay die 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 ay die 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 die. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא מה תשתוכחי ומה תהי, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה עיר אצילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. היו למשיסה שוסייך, ורחקו כל מבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כמסוס חתן הכלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי. על יד איש ונשמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקראת כלה בערב שבת בקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בערב שבת בקבלה בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני העם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת בקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת בקבלה לך דודי לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת בקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. Shabbat Shalom. Please be seated. We'll continue page 23. Mizmor Shir Le'yom HaShabbat V'Dod L'Adonai.
Tzadikatama yifrach ke'erez b'Lebanon yizker shetulin beveit Adonai v'chatro Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvum v'seiva v'sheni v'rananim yiyu mehagim ki yashar Adonai tzuri v'lo avlata bo.
Adonai Malaki Ulavesh.
We're on page 24.
We're going to look 5 lines down from the bottom. These words are about lots of noise, the rivers and the seas, they're all thundering. And if we could just find a way to tune to the right frequency, we'll hear beyond them, louder than all of that, louder than the crashing seas and the crashing rivers, is the voice of the Holy One, if we can hear it. So we're going to try and listen and create a loud noise and try and hear within it a kol dmama daka, a still, small voice of holiness. Goes like this. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Nasu neharot kolam. Nasu neharot Adonai, Yisu neharot doch yam. Mikolot ma'im rabim, vadirim mishpereyam. Mikolot ma'im rabim, adir b'marom Adonai. Yananai, 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 Adonai leorech yamin. Yananai, 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 Yananai,
The rivers may rise and rage, the waters may pound and pulsate, the floods may swirl and storm. Yet above the crash of the sea and its mighty breakers is Adonai our God supreme. Your decrees, Adonai, never fail. Holiness befits your house for eternity. At the bottom of page 24, we'll invite those who are mourning or observing a yard site to rise. The words of Kaddish Yatom, Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divrach irutei v'amlich machutei. B'chayechon uvyomechon. Uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam umei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal Shmei d'kedusha b'richu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. I'll invite the entire kahal to please rise as we prepare for this incredible moment on page 28 on the top of the page. As Rabbi Warshawsky was saying, the Parashat Shmini this week, it's the middle of the Torah, and yet lost in this midst of building the Mishkan and completing the Mishkan and starting to create these korbanot, these services in dedication to God, the commentators and the rabbis of the Talmud tell us that there are two moments in the history of the Jewish people that filled God with the most incredible joy. The completion of creation and the completion of Shabbat, and the actual completion of the Mishkan, not the completion of the Mishkan, but the first time that people came into the Mishkan so that God and people can be in communion together. The two greatest moments in Jewish history. And we know from the past few weeks that building a Mishkan in our time, in our age, is not about wood, it's not about stone, it's not about brick. Building a Mishkan, building a holy place in the dwelling of God is about building community and about coming together. So the words that we are about to say on the top of page 28 as we say the Baruch Hu are not just words for us, they're words for all of us. We stop being an I and we start becoming a we when we say the words of the Baruch Hu. We are building a Mishkan, we are building holiness here on earth. Page 28 as we head into Mariv.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Avorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai.
You may be seated.
We do know his name. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים, אהבת עולם, בית ישראל חבת, תויזו נשמתי.
Page 29.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, והיה
Continue on the bottom on page 30 into page 31.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת, אמת ואמונה כזאת.
We're on page 32.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל, לך אנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות, אוסף אלה מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה, זה אלי אנו ואמרו, אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Yanai nai 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 nai, yanai nai 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 nai, yanai nai 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 nai, yanai nai 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 nai. ונאמר כי פרנה את יעקב וגלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Page 33.
ושמור צאתנו בינו לחיים ושלום אתה ויד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. We'll rise together if we're able on the top of page 34. V'shameru ayana nay 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 b'nei Yisrael ayana nay 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 et ha-Shabbat ay 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 la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam beritol b'nei uven b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש ושמרו עין עיני ני 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 בני ישראל עין עיני ני 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 את השבת איי 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 לעשות את השבת לדורותם בריתו בני ובן בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש ושמרו עין עיני ני ני בני ישראל עין עיני ני ני את השבת איי 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 לעשות את השבת לדורותם בריתו בני ובן בני ישראל אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ועלמא תברך ירותי וימליך מלכותי וחייכון ויומכון וחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן הקריב ויאמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודש הבריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן ועלמה ואמרו אמן אנני ני ני 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 אנני ני ני
Standing one-on-one now before God, we enter into our silent Amidah. We're on page 35. Continue at your own pace in Hebrew, in English, or whatever words are on your heart.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום ממרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום ממרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום ממרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
Continue on page 47.
מגן אבות בדברו, מחיי מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש אין כמוהו, המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רצה להניח להם, לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד, מהן הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום, מקדש השבת וברך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה לעמדו שני עונג, זכר למעשה בראשית. יקדע ויקדע שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך כרתי ולך מלכותי בחייכון, ובכן וכן חבות ישראל, בגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם לעולם מעלמיה, יתברך. יתברך בשבת, בברכת רבי נשא, ותדע 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 לשמי לקודשה. לילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תוש ברכתה ונחמתה, דמירן בימה ואמרו, אמן. תקבל צורות לכל ישראל, קדם אבון ושמיא ואמרו, אמן. יהי שלום רב מן שמיא, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו,
Please remain standing for Elenu. We're on page 51.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כאויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. In love, we remember those who no longer walk this earth. We are grateful to God for the gift of their lives, for the joys we shared, and for the cherished memories that never fade. May God grant those who mourn the strength to see beyond their sorrow, sustaining them despite their grief. We remember those who are in their period of Shiva, their 7 days of mourning, the period of Shloshim, the 30 days of mourning, and for those who are in their year-long period of saying Kaddish. And we also mark the yard sites as this is the 23rd day of Adar Sheni, the yard sites of Lillian Chinitz, Isaac Satofsky, and Stephen Schwartz. I'll invite those who are mourning or observing a yard site to rise now as we magnify and sanctify God's name with the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, page 52. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich machutei. B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam umei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithale v'yithalal shmei d'kedusha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. You may be seated. Shabbat shalom. This is usually around my bedtime.
We're just getting
With,
started.
well, yeah, listen, that's right. The 2.5-year-old. This is the spot. But I hope that everyone feels the energy. That I could stay up for 8 more hours now. Let's do it.
We're ready. We're warmed up.
I have a lot of thank yous to say, and I'm going to save them for tomorrow because I hope that everyone comes back tomorrow night. But first, I just want to say a big Yasher Koach and thank you to Rabbi Josh Warshawsky for being here. And I also want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Chazan Propus for making all of this possible, for all these musicians being able to come together. To know that everyone right here, please, I know we don't usually clap on Shabbat, but these incredible musicians, if you could just show some love for the beauty that they bring to the davening tonight. So thank you to Robin, thank you to Rhonda, thank you to Joel, thank you to Gavri, thank you to Dan, thank you to Richard, thank you to Steve, thank you to Chazan Propus, and thank you to Rabbi Josh Warshawsky. Thank you guys so much for the beautiful, beautiful davening that you gave us tonight. We really appreciate it. I'll invite anyone who wants to stick around. We have a young professional oneg is immediately following services. But grab a drink, we're going to hang out, we're going to chat, we're going to sing a little bit more, and we're just going to spend some time together. Please know that tomorrow morning we have Timely Torah at 9 o'clock. We are going to talk about something really, really wacky but beautiful, I promise, okay? So tomorrow we're talking about Nadav and Avihu, and there's a lot to the story of Nadav and Avihu, and I promise there's going to get a lot out of it. So if we are going to meet in the Beit Midrash at 9 o'clock, services are at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning in the sanctuary. Shatats is still at 11:30 tomorrow morning for anyone with the young kiddos who wants to daven a little bit before we go up on the bima for Adon Olam. Shabbat lunch is at noon immediately following services. Leah's really into lunch. Nice, all right. following services, we're shifting it up a little bit from what we normally do. We're having in-person mincha at 1 o'clock following lunch tomorrow, okay? Because we're having the concert at 8:30 in Havdalah, we're going to do in-person mincha at 1 o'clock in the chapel, and then we're going to get together, open to the community to come together tomorrow night at 8:30 for Havdalah, and then to keep this last blast of Shabbat to carry us into the week ahead. So the concert and Havdalah starting at 8:30 tomorrow night. Did I miss anything? There's a lot going on.
Just want to remind you, tomorrow morning during services, you're going to hear an amazing Musaf by Rabbi Josh. You don't want to miss it.
It's going to be beautiful stuff. So thank you again, and because we're already in this great spirit of singing, I think we should keep singing. Let's go.
Thanks so much for being with us again, everyone. It's really wonderful to get to dive in together in person and to get to be with anybody who's with us on if there's a live stream. I don't know. We're going to try and just take one last moment to tune ourselves to the frequency of Shabbat. Take one last moment. What way do you want to enter into Shabbat? Allow yourself to tune yourself to that frequency and hold on to it just for these 25 hours. Make our way in together. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Everyone, please get home safe. And before you leave, also, I just want to, again, really, really thank all of our volunteers tonight and tomorrow and throughout all the weekend. Thank you, volunteers, for making this possible.